Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zack.
I'm Shane.
We are back with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Season 1, Episode 2. Now, do you remember what happened last time?
Well, first of all, we got kind of introduced to them all. Leonardo was made the leader, even though I think Raphael in that fight, at least, definitely outmuscled him.
Yeah.
But his move didn't work on
the Krang.
The robot guys. Yeah, the Krang.
Because they were unexpectedly heavier.
Yeah. And I thought they were foot soldiers, and right now, they're not, at least to me, they're not the foot soldiers that I grew up with. So we'll see what happens.
You saw who they were.
Yeah, I mean, they had a little Krang. Well, one had a little Krang in them. But
Yeah.
do they all have a little Krang in them?
Well, they all look the same.
Yeah, yeah. April and her dad got taken. And Sensei, Splinter, who they call Father, which that's a good touch, was from previous iterations that have survived into the next couple cycles. I like that. He's like, hey, go save
Well,
these
at first
people.
he wasn't.
Yeah, first.
But
Yeah.
Donnie argued it.
Yeah. I love the Turtles. These are kind of like a younger iteration, and I'm fine with that. They're always 15, and maybe I'm older, but these guys seem younger than the ones from the live-action movies. Yeah. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Now, to be clear, I have seen this. He has not.
Yeah. This is a poll show. You guys voted for it.
A poll show that has been voted upon, and thus we are blessed with this viewing experience.
Yes.
So, you want some full-length shit, some 1 week shit, some 2 week shit, go find the shit. It's on our Patreon. With that, we'll play.
You know those puppets that scene where it showed them in the movie, like the mutagen scene where they're transforming? Yeah, like they're like this tall. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. I guess it makes sense that they'd be bigger. Pizza.
Radical. 4 baby turtles.
So, that's the mutagen that turned us all into what we are now.
Let's drink some! What? Why would you do that?
Because if you mutate a mutant, you get a super mutant.
Or a pile of goo on the sidewalk.
Either way, it's an improvement. Guys, this is huge.
Well, if there's no such thing as alien robots, how do you explain this?
My face! Man, this mask is glued on tight! Mikey, stop! It's not a mask!
Okay, he's in the clear. But those other guys were totally alien robots.
Name's Snake, and I got nothing to say.
Snake. I don't know no snakes. Yeah. He sounded like a snake.
What are you doing?
Playing a
Oh, dude, that's fucking awful.
Now, you could turn out handsome like me.
How would you know how viscous that is? It might run out like fucking mercury.
Yeah.
Just run right out of there.
So, you feel lucky.
Dude!
How would you get it back in there?
Okay. They call themselves the Krang. They've been grabbing scientists from all over the city.
Where's Snake?
Oh, jeez.
Jackass!
Jackass!
I love the sky in this.
Oh, great! We let him get away!
Whoa, you're the leader. That means you let him get away.
You're not helping.
I'm not trying to help.
Okay. You want me to lead? Fine. We go back to the lair, gear up, and at midnight, we drive Snake's van right up to the gate. They'll think we're him, and we'll cruise right in.
He reminds me of... There's this character who played on Lost. You didn't get that far, but he's in a bunch of things.
I will make it back. I love you, man.
Aww. Are you talking your pet turtle?
No! Shut up!
Tortoise is technically a turtle, but not all turtles are tortoises.
Years ago, Orokusaki, as Shredder was called then, had been my friend. The love of a woman came between us. He could not accept it, and his jealousy turned outward in a vengeful attack. My world fell and crumbled around me, as the battle took the life of my beloved Tang Shen. And I lost my baby daughter, Miwa.
Hey, you can't keep us in here like this. We know our rights.
I don't think they care about that, April.
We can't just sit here. We've got to do something.
Like what?
That guy's some kind of a sissy?
The pain is unbearable.
Your dad reminds me of Pennington from the first movie. Danny's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember his first name. Charles.
Charles, yeah.
Charles, hand me a dry towel, would you?
April, this is Charles.
Yeah. I know this comes as a villain.
Yeah.
You say that again, joke. That guy looks like Casey, kind of.
There are lights of a vehicle which contain that which you wish us to call the Turtles, coming to this place, which you wish us to call here.
It's like a barren wasteland, like the trees. Oh no. Dude, I would just want to die, wouldn't you?
Pretty fucking horrible, horrible, horrible thing.
It's a kid's show. I can't believe they showed.
The ones coming to this place are not in the vehicle bringing them to this place. Then in what place are the ones called the Turtles?
Oh, dude, they have like the Gears of War Lancers. Dude, that is so cool how their eyes turn white.
They're using a metal alloy that I don't even recognize.
Gosh, a metal alloy even you don't know about. It boggles the mind.
Dude.
Whoa, alien robots.
Alien robots, huh? Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah, I've been saying it for hours!
Hey, he's doing the run. Yeah.
See, it's a brain thing. I told you, but did any of you believe me? No!
So there's a blue shit like the beginning of what's supposed to be like the human skin that they're wearing?
And it's kind of like the underlayer.
Okay. But some have it, some don't.
It's not like it's the Terminator, which is a skeleton underneath a bunch of meat.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll have you out of there in a second.
Okay, giant lizard thing.
But Turtle, actually, I'm Donatello.
April.
Wow, that's a pretty...
The lock, Donnie!
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
So lucky that worked, though. Oh my god. 200 fucking Pokemon. That's disgusting.
Uh-oh.
It's Snake. He mutated into a giant weed.
That's weird. You'd think you'd get mutated into a snake.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, that is disgusting. You can see like the meat on the inside.
Ew! Don't let it touch me! Don't let it touch me! Ah! It touched me!
Glass of acid. Like the fucking xenomorphs.
Donnie, go!
Peter Laird started a comic book series that ended before its run, and they finished it like 20 years later. And after one gets its limb chopped off, it grew back. So just a new little thing he added at one time.
The Turtles?
Yeah.
And
Ugh, dude, I can't stand the inside of that shit. Why are they just much painted green? Looks like steak. Can't stand it.
Snakeweed is really powerful!
snakeweed?
Yeah! His name was Snake, and now he's a weed, so...
We get it.
Tom Cruise and this shit.
That's what I was thinking.
Captain America is holding on to the fucking helicopter and
Yeah.
on the building.
Yeah, it was badass.
The bicep thing.
I can't stand the inside of that. badass move, Donnie. You petty bastard, just die! Just shooting as you're falling.
Hold on! I'm coming!
Link.
Good way to break to fall. Oh, yeah.
They're leading him straight toward that power generator!
God, that is badass. That's a great idea. That guy had a bad life. You know?
He did not end well.
Won't the police help?
Funny thing, when you tell them your dad was kidnapped by alien brains in robot bodies, they don't take you all that seriously.
I hear that.
He lingered just long enough for it to be funny.
Then why did you make me leader?
Because you asked.
That's it? But you seem so certain you were right.
As a leader, you will learn that there is no right and wrong, only choices.
So you could have chosen any of us?
Yes.
Even Mikey?
No. That would have been wrong.
Ninjas in New York. Don't believe me?
Carlos Channing O'Brien.
Yeah.
That's the guy's name.
Yeah.
For Channel 6 News, this is Carlos Chang O'Brien Gambe saying...
Gambe, I forgot about his last name.
Yeah.
So, my old enemy is in New York.
You've mentioned that he's in it, so...
At last, I can finish what I started so long ago. Prepare my jet.
What a great reveal.
I'm going to visit an old friend.
He is badass on this show.
Cool. Dude, loved episode 2, man.
Yeah, Kevin Michael Richardson.
Kevin Michael Richardson, with who?
He is great.
He's in a bunch of things I love.
He sounds so much like Sheriff Blubbs in this. You can hear the Blubbs.
I guess you're right, yeah.
And the Lumberjack.
Well, and two of my favorite things ever, Star Wars and NinjaTurtles, he's got a huge presence in them. Yeah.
Well, like the Lumberjack. You remember the one where Dipper investigated the Northwest Mansion?
Yeah, I remember.
The Lumberjack ghost.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds more like that.
Yeah, the guy who, this homicidal
more
ghost.
like a birch or something.
Yeah, a homicidal ghost.
Yeah.
I love Ninja Turtles. You know, it was like if you allow yourself, there's a lot of deepness there, especially when it comes to, I mean, there's different iterations, but I think ultimately brotherhood and family and sacrifice and friendship.
I just love a lot of the.
Yeah.
Okay, this goes to one of my notes.
Okay.
I took. Okay, but a lot of the creature and mutant designs in the old comics and cartoons, Triceratons, you had Leatherhead, you had Armagon, Rocksteady and Bebop,
yeah,
and Dimension X and shit. A lot of those designs and ideas were always really cool. And even when we were growing up, all the old 80s and 90s action figures weren't always the coolest, but we definitely thought so at the time. Looking back, I mean, some of them look kind of wacky, but
yeah,
but there were some really cool ones.
Yeah.
The Leatherhead, we never really got a good Leatherhead figure until now. And the Turtles in Time figures from NECA. It's actually a pretty decent figure.
The original one you had, it was cool.
I mean, he's always hunched over.
There was something more to him than the other ones because his jaw moved and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the color scheme was cool. I thought
it was. Yeah, it was just he was always hunched over. Didn't really look like he did in the show.
Yeah, I mean, in the show he's in some iterations of the show he's much bigger.
I know. In this show, he's in this show,
wow.
And you're gonna see him, and he's really cool. A lot of the mutations that occur to the villains and other characters in the beginning, I'm not a huge fan of. You can tell they're kind of childish.
Okay.
But as the show goes on, and other mutants are developed,
yeah,
and other characters, I'm not going to say species for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But when other things come into play,
yeah,
they start looking a lot cooler.
Okay.
And
I didn't have a problem with it. It was just.
No, yeah. I'll be honest. I don't like how he looks.
For me, it was kiddie, and it was kind of a kid show.
Yeah, and I get that. That's just my point, though, is that they get cooler as it goes.
Yeah.
But since we're watching it and we are adults.
Yeah.
My main peeve with this show in the beginning, that the mutations are sometimes kind of...
kiddie.
Kind of clownish. You know, kind of wonky. But snakes, you know.
Yeah, Home Alone.
Snakes, yeah.
No, snakes. He sounded like a snake.
Any notes you took? I saw you take a few.
The Krang. I'm not. Did they mention him in the last episode, or did they mention him in this episode first?
Mikey saw.
I remember he saw him.
The one.
And I knew it was a Krang.
And you also, if you remember, when Splinter was telling them the story about how he was mutated.
Yeah.
It talks about the people he saw in the alleyway.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It shows them in that flashback. It shows them how they look. So they were Krang there as well. Okay.
Raphael has a pet turtle. It's actually a tortoise, but a tortoise is a type of turtle.
Yes.
I think that's awesome. And I think it's cool that he's got a connection with him. And it's great to see Raphael, and in some iterations, he definitely has a colder exterior. And to see maybe him have a soft spot for a turtle, I think it's a fun idea.
The tough guy, but also has a soft spot.
I think it's a fun idea. I mean, I know a lot about turtles. I do know that Splinter has a daughter, and that daughter, in some iterations, ends up being Karai. I don't know what they're going to do here, but I always liked that story. I think it's cool, or it has the potential to be cool. And Shredder, seeing Shredder here sounded cool. He looked cool. I only got a kind of a silhouette, but then like at the end, I definitely saw his navel on up. He looked great.
Yeah.
The mouth guard thing that goes over. I'm kind of used to having different designs, but just like the original 80s cartoon and this, it's just solid.
I'm still very partial to his design in the first movie.
I mean, he looks the best.
Other than the trash bag cape, he looks really cool.
Yeah.
But the trash bag cape is a little funny. But other than that, his armor looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm very partial to that. Well, Ninja Turtles 2, he looked great. Like, the helmet looked great, I thought.
You mean as Super Shredder or just before that?
Before that. Like the one before he became Super Shredder.
He had the
actual. I thought he looked pretty cool. Shredder and the idea that they're both connected with this woman, and now he wants to finish the job that he started probably 15, 16 years ago. Just awesome. I absolutely loved when their eyes turn white during, I think, serious moments or action scenes. And there's always cool moments. And it's meant just to look cool, and it doesn't need a reason other than that for me.
I think it's great because they do like the reptiles do when they're underwater and shit. That little film that goes over their eyes. And I think, if I remember right, since I've already let the cat out of the bag, that Leatherhead's in this. I'm very sure he does the same thing sometimes.
Well, that's awesome.
Because I think when he gets pissed, it does that.
Okay.
I
just like the action figures we had growing up had white eyes, and the Ninja Turtles in 2002, that cartoon, I've seen a little bit of the first season, they have white eyes all the time. But I think it's cool that it switches, because they have character, and during serious moments it turns white. I think it's awesome. Yeah. When I watch this, like I want to be entertained as an adult, but I also want to feel like I felt when I was a kid. I think the show's great so far.
I agree.
So, like I understand it's not going to stimulate me the same way like some other things we watch, but it's not meant to. I just think it's really good. They nailed the personalities, and the fighting is good. The fight choreography is good. The background's a little sparse. I understand this is the first season. They need to get money in that.
It gets better.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm all for it.
So many great episodes to come.
Can't wait to see you guys there.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like what we do here, you can like and you can subscribe, and you can hit that thank you button down below. You can do all three, but you don't have to. You can also find us on Patreon. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. If you don't, you won't. We'll see you.